It begins with the unmistakable scent of comfort, that steamy swirl of savory broth, the gentle curl of golden noodles, and the instant warmth that fills your chest with the very first bite. It's the magic of ramen, soft yet springy, rich yet simple, a bowl that transcends borders. In South Korea, where instant noodles are more than just a meal, this creation has become a national icon. First invented in the early 1960s by Samyang Foods during post-war hardship, instant ramen offered not just nourishment, but hope in a packet. Since then, it's been putting smiles on faces for over 6 decades. From late-night cravings to rainy-day comfort, Korean instant noodles, or ramyeon, have become a global sensation. With dozens of flavors, textures, and spice levels, from mild soy to fiery red pepper, there's a ramen for every taste. Today, South Korea exports billions of packets each year, satisfying cravings from Seoul to San Francisco. So come along as we step inside one of Korea's most advanced ramen factories, where flavor meets precision, and every strand of noodle tells a story of innovation, culture, and craft. Inside this massive facility on the outskirts of Busan, millions of ramen packets are born daily. This single plant can produce over 3 million servings every 24 hours, operating nearly non-stop to meet worldwide demand. Here, efficiency dances with artistry, an intricate ballet of flour, water, and spice, orchestrated by machines and overseen by master engineers. But before any ingredient touches the machinery, the day begins with one essential step: the sanitary check. Workers enter through a dedicated hygiene chamber, changing into sterile uniforms, gloves, and hair covers. Hands washed in motion-sensing basins, and air showers remove any trace of dust before stepping onto the production floor. The journey begins with wheat flour, the soul of ramen. Sourced from premium, high-gluten grains grown in temperate fields, the flour arrives by the ton in sealed containers. Each batch is tested in the lab for moisture content and protein level, ensuring the perfect chew. The flour is then sifted through massive vibrating screens that remove impurities before being funneled into a precision blender. Here, purified water and alkaline salts known as kansui are added. This unique mineral blend containing sodium carbonate and potassium carbonate gives ramen its signature springy texture and golden hue. Inside a high-speed mixer, rotating blades combine these elements into a firm dough, kneaded until it reaches the perfect elasticity, neither too soft nor too dry. While the dough rests, another part of the factory buzzes to life. The soup-based department. Here, workers prepare the seasoning powders and oils that define each variety's distinct flavor. Giant stainless steel drums mix dehydrated soy sauce, chili flakes, garlic powder, onion, seaweed, and anchovy extracts, depending on the recipe. The oils, often a fragrant blend of sesame and chili, are heated to release their aroma before being filtered for clarity. The seasoning is then passed through a granulator that ensures even particle size for perfect dissolving later on. Each batch is tested for pH and salinity to guarantee consistency. Back at the dough line, the rested ramen mixture is ready for transformation. It's fed through 2 giant steel rollers that flatten it into long, thin sheets. The rollers gradually narrow, pressing the dough thinner with each pass, until it becomes a silky golden ribbon just under 1 millimeter thick. The sheet then enters the slitting machine, where it's cut into uniform noodle strands, over 100 per second, falling gracefully onto a moving conveyor. From here, the noodles are gently waved and folded, giving them that familiar crinkled pattern that helps trap flavor during cooking. As the noodles take shape, the prepped soup-based packets are weighed, sealed, and transported toward the packaging line. Each sachet is filled with exact precision, no more than a few tenths of a gram off, ensuring that every bowl tastes identical to the last. Meanwhile, the noodle strands move through a steaming tunnel, where they're cooked at 100 degrees C for about a minute. The sudden burst of steam gelatinizes the starch, locking in chewiness. Immediately after, the noodles enter a temperature-controlled drying zone where cool air stabilizes their structure before frying. Next comes the step that defines instant ramen's unique character, the flash frying. The steamed noodles are submerged into bubbling oil at 140 degrees for about 2 minutes. This quick fry evaporates the internal moisture, leaving behind a porous texture that allows for instant rehydration later. When the noodles emerge, they're light, crisp, and golden, perfectly preserved for months without losing flavor. As the fried noodles cool, the broth seasonings, dried vegetables, and sauce packets converge on the assembly line. Here, automation takes over completely. Robotic arms lift, align, and drop each noodle block into a printed wrapper, while another system dispenses the seasoning and vegetable packets. In less than 2 seconds, each set is sealed, coated, and scanned for accuracy. Quality control cameras monitor every step, rejecting even the slightest imperfection. The smell of warm noodles fills the air, comforting, familiar, and unmistakably Korean. Once packed, the ramen packets travel down a long conveyor toward boxing stations. Here, machines stack and seal 20 or 40 packs per case, ready for export. Each box is barcoded, labeled, and shrink-wrapped for protection. Pallets glide automatically into climate-controlled storage rooms, where temperature and humidity are carefully maintained to prevent oil oxidation. Before leaving the facility, random packets are pulled for tasting. In a small tasting room, technicians cook the noodles exactly as consumers would 3 minutes in boiling water. They test for elasticity, aroma, and flavor accuracy. If even a slight deviation is detected, adjustments are made in the next production run. The result is consistency so precise that every bowl, whether opened in Seoul, Sydney, or San Diego, tastes exactly as intended. As the camera pans across miles of conveyor belts and golden noodle stacks, we realize this isn't just about convenience. It's about craftsmanship refined over decades. From the selection of wheat to the fragrance of sesame oil, every step embodies Korea's devotion to flavor and precision. Finally, the finished ramen travels out of the plant, thousands of boxes loaded onto trucks bound for supermarkets, restaurants, and dorm rooms worldwide. Each packet represents more than a quick meal. It's a story of innovation and resilience. From humble beginnings in a small Korean kitchen to a multi-billion-dollar global staple, instant ramen remains a symbol of comfort, creativity, and connection. One that proves a simple bowl of noodles can feed not only hunger but also the soul. Thanks for watching Crazy Korean Bites. We'll see you next time.